The Acura pre-race show for the Monaco Grand Prix. This guy right here, David Coulthard, anxiously awaiting the new car. In fact, since the arrival of Ferrari's F2003 GA and its dominance, everyone's been buzzing about when the McLaren's new Challenger was actually going to arrive. Now, although we won't see the car driving in anger for at least another month, Peter Windsor caught up with Adrian Newey to get the inside scoop on the MP4-18.
Well, yes, indeed, it may well be the Monaco Grand Prix, but much of the talk in the pit lane is of the new McLaren MP4-18, a much-awaited car, a car that McLaren's designer Adrian Newey told us he's spent more time on than any in his Formula One career.
Certainly it's the car that I've taken the longest ever in my career to design. We really started putting the concept down about last June. And obviously it's now finally running in May, so almost an 11-month cycle, which is far longer than the sort of normal 6 months.
Must be itching to get miles on it and indeed to see it racing.
Yes, indeed. It's been frustrating in time for the last few months. The car was certainly aerodynamically defined by the middle of February, but production's really taken us quite a long time. We underestimated the difficulties of supporting racing existing cars and building a new one within the resources we have.
You know, it's quite radically different underneath the skin in comparison to last year's car, so there's new concepts that need to be proved and understood. I think the basic pace of the car come the last day was quite encouraging, and now it's just a question of letting Alex run laps, make it reliable, and then Kimi and I will get a go.
The big question, of course, is whether the new McLaren would continue to use the twin keel or twin pillars on the front suspension that have characterized it. Well, the answer is that the new McLaren does indeed continue to be a twin keel car, but much more so. Adrian has managed to design a nose with the front wing center section much further from the ground, but with a high arcing section that takes the air backwards and then back between the two suspension pillars, generating additional speed and recapturing and perhaps even exceeding the downforce he's lost with that higher wing center section. Of course, we won't know until the car actually races how quick and how successful the new design is. This is what a few of the opponents of McLaren had to say.
It's a nice car, but I think it will take their time before it will run the speed and the reliability it needs to. But on the other side, I know what we have, and that's, I think, very difficult to beat.
Looks different.
Thank you very much.
I don't race for McLaren, so I can't say anything else.
Whatever way you look at it, the new McLaren breaks ground. That's great to see in Formula One at a time when most people accuse the designers of producing cars much like the guy up the road.